Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, it's a late night tonight. It's a Friday night. I guess we could call it Friday Night Lights, Kindle.
Yeah, I like that.
Friday Night Lights, baby. Hey, yeah, decided to go live. I think this matchup is a really big matchup, not only for conferences but for the NFL, man. And I think what makes it better is it's a rematch of the Super Bowl, Kindle.
Yeah, a big rematch. Two teams that got like tied for the best. Well, they got one of them got the best record in their conference, and the Eagles. Chiefs tied with the best. Baltimore's 7-3, I believe, or 6-3. I think Baltimore 7-3 after last night.
Yeah,
And yeah, and well, so Baltimore got a good record in AFC. Chiefs, got the best record in AFC. Then you got Philly. They're miles ahead of most teams in the NFC. San Francisco, Dallas, right on the tail. Detroit, but Super Bowl rematch. And I think if you're the Eagles, you're coming in with revenge on your mind. You're pissed off. You want revenge from that heartbreaking loss. The way that it ended, I really don't think that game should have ended like that with the penalty. I think Philadelphia, if they really didn't turn the ball over that game. Jalen Hurts probably don't fumble that, and they get that fumble six or whatnot. I think the Eagles probably win that game because you remember for the half, I think it was going up towards the half. It was up like two possessions, and then that happened. So Mahomes did do a good job of carving that defense up. But this isn't the same Patrick Mahomes from last year though. He's been struggling this year. Got a bunch of interceptions. Don't have the same talent. Basically, you swap that Rasheed White with Juju Smith-Schuster for Rasheed Rice. They still got McCole Hardman. They brought him back. Running game is a little better. Offensive line's been okay. Defense is better than what Jalen Hurts did play last year. Though that Chiefs defense has been balling this year. Eagles defense dealt with some injuries and stuff. They've been getting carved up this year. But I do think like it's kind of like a plus minus on both sides because the Chiefs defense is better than what it was in Super Bowl, but the
yep,
offense is worse though. So it's kind of like so which side going to come up to play? But interesting note, this game is in Arrowhead Stadium. It's not a
yep.
neutral site, and the Chiefs are tough to beat at home. Detroit they go in there week one and beat them. But I seen Sal Palantonio from ESPN report today that the Eagles traded for Kevin Byard just for this matchup for against Travis Kelce. So he's done a pretty good job on it when he's with the Titans. So it's gonna be an interesting matchup, man. I'm gonna give my pick in a minute, but yeah, this is gonna be a really good game, man. And it's crazy how this game gonna be on Monday Night Football.
It
Crazy.
is. It is. It's
It's
gonna be
kind of weird
crazy,
because
man.
normally these games right here is Sunday Night
Sunday
Football.
night football.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm like, how did Monday Night get this game? So that's
Yep.
strange.
So Fernando, welcome to the show, baby. It's Friday Night Live. So Fernando says Eagles is a whole new team though. So Mahomes may play even better.
Mm,
I don't know. So I'm gonna give some stats real quick, right? So everybody understands where these teams fall, and it's a little close most categories. So Kansas City is ranked eighth on offense versus the Eagles' 14th ranked defense. The Philadelphia offense is ranked fifth versus the fourth ranked defense of the
Chiefs.
Chiefs. So the Chiefs defense is actually a lot better than people give it credit for.
Where's Philly defense ranked?
14th.
14th.
But you got to remember they were ranked eighth, and then they had the bye, and then Patrick Dak Prescott just threw a bunch of yards all over the yard. I think 400 yards, and then
Yeah.
they ran over 100 yards. So it was a lot of yards that they put on the Eagles.
Yeah, this Chiefs defense, I think this is probably by far the best defense Patrick Mahomes Andy Reid has had. You think
Yep.
of Andy Reid coach team, you don't think about defense, you don't think about running ball, you think about passing and stuff like that. Um, but I think a supporting cast for the Chiefs just seems not as good as the Eagles, and then not as good as at least last year they had Juju Smith-Schuster. He had a pretty good Super Bowl, had 1,000 yard, close to 1,000 yard season last year with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. This year you got McCole Hardman, Rasheed Rice, Kadarius Toney, Marquez, Sky Moore. You got a bunch of guys. You got Travis Kelce. You take Kelce out, who's Mahomes going to go to? They've been struggling. Now, against the Miami Dolphins, people like talk about that game. Yeah, they won that game. It wasn't a blowout, though. The Chiefs defense played real good against that good Miami offense. That Chiefs offense really didn't do much. It didn't. It was the defense
Yeah,
for the
you're
most part.
right. You're
So
right.
it really didn't do much. So now you're facing a different team. Jalen Hurts knows the Chiefs. Just played him in a Super Bowl less than a year ago now. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. Julio Jones, Goddard. I think Goddard's out, still out.
Yep.
They got a running game. Miami don't even try to run the ball. Philly gonna run the ball. They got the Philly the push, the tuck push or whatever they
There's
call
tush,
it. Yeah, like this is, and then Philly
push,
has a bye
tush,
week.
push.
Yeah, Philly has a bye week. So and remember last year in that Super, they couldn't even get pressure on Mahomes. They drafted this year. They got 2 or 3 new pass rushers now. They help out with that. Even though last year they did have a good pass rush, they just couldn't get after.
So
So
Kendall, they both had a bye week.
yeah, I know. Chiefs had a bye week too, and Andy Reid's tough coming off a bye. But I think the bye was more better for Philadelphia because they did with a lot of injuries. And I can think I should put that Jalen Hurts is healthy for the most part now. So,
Yeah. So
I don't think it's.
So Fernando has a good point. He says Jalen been turning that ball over, give him a home short field, he will cash in. So real quick, we're gonna go over some matchups real quick. We're not gonna be here very long, but we want to go over these matchups, man, because it's gonna be a real interesting game for the NFL. So Eagles pass rush versus Patrick Mahomes. Kendall, who do you got?
I'm going to Eagles pass rush.
Eagles pass rush?
I'm going with Eagles pass rush.
Nah, man. I gotta go with Patrick Mahomes, man.
Man, Eagles are pissed off about that game last year, man.
I got you, man.
And people have been talking about how bad their defense ain't been playing good, but they still have an 8-1 record. They've been playing.
Hey,
Eagles.
It's Monday.
Eagles had this game circled all offseason. I'm telling you.
They got exposed in the second half, though, Kendall. In that Super Bowl. Yeah.
I'm saying, bro, it's tough.
Yeah. So I will take Patrick Mahomes over that Eagles pass rush in Arrowhead Stadium. I'll take him all day. So the next matchup we got is Eagles top run defense versus Isaac Pacheco or Isaiah
Eagles
Pacheco.
Run defense for the Eagles.
I got to give it to the run defense. I think they're a lot better than their running attack. So I agree on that one. All right. So Cam Jernigan's Landon Dickerson. I think they're going to go up against Chris Jones. So who do you like up in that matchup?
I like the Eagles because I do like. I'm a big Chris Jones fan. But I just think outside of Chris Jones, who in that defensive line scares you? I mean, they got the guy. Don't tell me his name. I can't. The defensive end out of I want to say he was at Purdue or whatnot. Kolafis.
Yeah,
that's who they got him, but he hasn't really done much this season. Outside that, it's just Chris Jones. They can run doubles there and things like that. But Steve Spagnuolo is a pretty good defensive coordinator.
What I'm saying is, it's just the matchup between Chris Jones and the guards. Who do you take in that matchup?
I'm going with the guards for the Eagles.
You're going with the guards?
I'm going with the guards for the Eagles.
Hey, Chris Jones is the animal, man. I go with Chris Jones.
He is, but I'm going to go with the guards for the Eagles. He didn't do much in the Super Bowl.
We'll see. Next matchup is Jalen Hurts versus that impressive secondary. So that defense is ranked 4th. Is it 4th? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that secondary is playing very well, Kendall.
After this, y'all probably already know what my prediction go. I'm going with Jalen Hurts.
You're going with Jalen Hurts against that secondary?
I am. I like Jalen. I'm going with Jalen.
Okay. Man, that's hard, man. they did say Jalen Hurts took off the knee brace. They said that he's back.
And that's the same secondary that Jalen Hurts played in the Super Bowl. He carved them up.
I'm going to have to go. I think that secondary is much improved than last year, Kendall. I think I'll have to go with impress. I have to go with they're playing a lot better.
Bro, that's the same secondary that he played in the Super Bowl.
They're playing a lot. This defense is. You said it too. The defense has played a lot better. This is probably the best defense. I think they're way better than we were last year. They got experience now, man. All right, we got DeAndre Swift versus that Chiefs run defense. Yeah, it's a tough one, man.
Man, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs run defense on this one. I'll take the Chiefs run defense. Yeah, on this one. I'll take because I think Philly's gonna have they're gonna have a lot of success passing. I think they'll probably try to get away from that run game. I think I'm gonna go with the Chiefs defense. That Chiefs defense ain't no slouch.
Let me see. What does Fernando say? I think King going on feeling prediction, not this year play.
Nah, I really think Philly's gonna win the game. I think Philly's the better team.
You think so? Okay.
if Mahomes and the offense was playing better, I'd be going with the Chiefs. But I'm going off what I see this year, and I think Philly's a better team.
Then we got the last one, Kendall, so we can start wrapping this up. But it's gonna be Andy Reid or Sirianni.
Uh,
Yeah,
one game.
one game.
So what's the question? Who coach? What coach I trust more?
No, yeah. Which coach do you think out schemed the other in this game? If you were playing a game and you had two teams to pick from, no matter the team, you had to pick one of those coaches. Who would it be? If you had to pick only from them two,
I go Andy Reid.
Andy Reid.
Yeah, I go Andy Reid.
Okay, Andy Reid, huh? I'll pick Andy Reid too all day.
Yeah, I
He's
just Andy Reid. I'm going Andy Reid, but it's not going to change my prediction of the game.
Okay, so Kendall, I'm going to give it to you. The Chiefs are favorite. Obviously, they're playing at home at Arrowhead. Minus
What's the
3.
line? Okay,
The over and under is 45 and a half.
Whew.
Yeah, I don't know about that. You think it's going to be
Total.
So
Now
you're
that's what I
talking
was saying.
so
Like this
we're
game
talking about 24-20 game. Like I don't know if it's going to be
in the
that
Super
though.
Bowl. What was the final score of the Super Bowl? Like 30. It was what was the final score of the Super
It
Bowl?
was high. Hold on real quick.
Let's show you Eagles fans.
Fernando says, "What show you Eagles offense been any better? Besides some amazing catch by Brown, I do believe KC has big play like that too."
I can't see they don't. I ain't seen it this year from the Chiefs. It's been like a death by 1,000 paper cuts from that Chief offense. They haven't really been doing much this year. They really haven't. Dropping balls, everything, man.
So the final score was 38-35, Kendall.
I don't think it'll be like that this time.
You don't think so?
I see more like a 27-24 game, something like that. 23-27.
You think it's going to be a defensive struggle somewhat?
For a little bit of, I don't think they're getting it. I don't think you said the final score was what?
38-35.
No, it won't be that. It won't be near. I say like a 27-24 game, 24-28, something like that.
Okay. So are you going to give your prediction or are you going to wait till Sunday?
I wait till Sunday. I'm gonna sleep on it for a couple nights.
I think we already know where you're going. I'll leave mine for Sunday too. I'll leave mine for Sunday too. Hey,
but have you been impressed with that Chief offense?
Not really, but look, this is the thing. I think the same could be said about the Eagles too, man. I don't think they're that impressive either. Just like Fernando said, not really both. But this is the thing with these teams. They win. They find a way to win. They find a way. They find a way to win.
A tell of a good team is when you're playing, not even playing your best, but you still find ways to win games. So just imagine once you do peak and max out and start playing good and you win it. So I mean, we're gonna see, man.
Fernando says so. Dropping ball like Smith been doing for the Eagles, more turnovers this year. So I would tell you the turnover, the takeaways. The Chiefs have 8 takeaways for the season, and the Eagles have 7.
I also think the margin of error is more wider for the Eagles because they got so many weapons on offense. With the Chiefs, it's just Travis Kelce or bust for the most part. They can afford these drop passes and things.
But Kendall, they know what's coming with Kelce, and they still can't stop it, man.
Well, Denver stopped it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I got that, but I'm saying you're talking about out of 9 games.
I think how long you can't just keep going to Travis Kelce. How long is that going to work? Like, yeah, in the Super Bowl, they did a good job getting Kelce the ball, but the Chiefs revamped their defense for a little bit this offseason. They traded, they made a couple of trades in the draft. They solidified the defensive front. Secondary, they're going to be up for the task. Philly is coming into this game in Kansas City to put them on. They want to make a statement. I think this game is similar to Week 1 when they played Detroit. Detroit came in, everybody was picking the cheese, but Detroit was the hot darn this offseason. Detroit came in there. They made a statement. Philly they've had all season to sit on this loss. And this, like, I know they lost, it was a high scoring game. That defense got embarrassed. There was people picking the Eagles to like get after Mahomes because they had a good pass rush with Jordan Davis and Hassan Reddick Sweat. They couldn't even touch Mahomes. They been hearing about that all also. They come into Kansas City to make a statement. Did they sack Mahomes in that game? I don't think they did. I don't think they sacked Mahomes. I don't think they sacked Mahomes. I don't think they barely touched them. They coming in there. They got Jordan Davis. They got Jalen Carter. Nolan. They got some guys. They got dogs. They go like 8 deep on that defensive line. They've been hearing that all season.
I think at the end of the day, I don't know what I'll have to make my prediction on Sunday, man. But I think this is going to be a really close game, like you said. I don't see a 38-35 kind of game. I see like a
No.
20-24, 27-20 game. But this is going to be a real game because the biggest thing, like you said, if the Chiefs lose, they're tied with the Ravens. If the Eagles lose, you're talking about they have 2 losses and they're about to go into a gauntlet of a schedule. And at the end
Yeah.
of that schedule, they play the Cowboys. So it could be potentially a division lead game at the end of that schedule if the Cowboys take care of business. So this
what
is
you're
a big
saying
game.
it's a bigger game for the Eagles.
Yeah. Because the
Eagles again.
schedule it favors Dallas from now until the time they play the Eagles. It does not favor the Eagles, though. So this is a big game for both teams, man, I think, especially for first place. But any final thoughts, Kendall?
Nope, I'm just ready. This game. I'm just glad it's Monday Night Football, man. This could be a good game, man. I can't wait for this Monday Night Football. Everybody been watching ESPN, ABC. Everybody been watching. So I believe KC running will go off this Monday. Hey, we'll see. That's why they
Yeah,
play the
so
games.
that's what Fernando says. He believes that KC's going to run the ball on Monday. So we'll see. Hey, I appreciate you guys. At the end of the day, make sure you subscribe, like, share the channel. This is East West Football.
Yes,
Make sure
sir.
you guys, hey, we're going to go live on Monday night. I'm going to go play by play. We're going to give away a hat of your team and a Madden 24. So if you subscribe to the channel, it's East West Football. Subscribe. We're going to go live play by play on Monday. Make sure y'all join us. And other than that, man, everybody have a good night.